special button there on the homepage, or call this toll-free number, 1-800-301-9194. In a startling Bloomberg article, J.P. Morgan says U.S. dollar to become the world's weakest currency. It's Kevin DeMeritt of Lear Capital with his thoughts. Well, George, a falling dollar can cause a lot of volatility and wipe out a big portion of investor savings and retirement accounts. How does this happen? Well, as the dollar crashes, it loses purchasing power, so adding more dollars to certain investments can be like adding water to a leaky bucket. When does the dollar crash happen? Well, anytime. Never before in history has so much money been printed out of thin air. What do you recommend? Well, own some gold. Thanks, Kevin. Folks, since Kevin has been on this program, gold is up 400%, and experts predict that gold could double or triple again. So do yourself a favor. Call Lear today at 1-800-474-4259 for these 3 new special economic reports. How to profit from the coming dollar crisis, 4 surprising reasons to own gold, and how to back your retirement accounts with gold. Call now. 1-800-474-4259. 1-800-474-4259. At Coast to Coast, we're excited to welcome a new sponsor, Score.com. Score.com is an innovative auction site where you can win discounts on gold, silver, electronics, prepaid gift cards, and more. Score It is a style of auction where you pay a small fee each time you place a bid. And when no further bids are placed, the auction closes and the item sells, even if the price is a penny. Winners can save 70, 80, even 95% off retail prices. Some examples of recent items at Score It include an LG 32-inch LCD HD TV sold for $54.13. A $500 prepaid Visa card sold for $22.56, and an Apple iPod Touch sold for just $5.87. Score It is an accredited member of the Better Business Bureau. Costs nothing to sign up, doesn't require a credit card, and best of all, you get $10 of free bids when you redeem the promotional code COAST. Now go to Score It, SKOREIT.com, and sign up with the promo code COAST for your $10 of free bids. KFI AM 640. And welcome back to Coast to Coast. George Horry with you. Mike Ellie's on. Our special guest, coordinator for the landings, his work. We're going to get into some of the incredible things that he learned about chemtrails, Planet X, Armageddon, perhaps, but I'm trying to set the stage so you know a little bit more about Michael and what he went through. Michael, you say you are a star person. Tell me more about that.
Well, that term, star person, which was related to Brad Steiger's research with some math engineers and scientists, correlated and verified my own awareness, because as I mentioned earlier, when I taken aboard the ship in '79, and they called it Steve Corton, who's a major member of the Astronomical Federation of Light, and telling me that I was going to go on a list of characteristics, and then 2 months later, after this encounter, finding this list in the old East-West Journal, and noting that I almost everyone on the list, because the theory, which to me is more than the theory, is that when I took Earth embodiment, because I retained conscious memory, physiologically, that higher energy, that higher consciousness that I was able to retain on the physical level, affected my DNA, RNA, genetic code, and I took on these patterns. And depending on how much other star people, other volunteers, light workers, indigos, walk-ins, different terms of this, have been able to retain when they come into Earth embodiment, how many of those characteristics the person has and ends up having. And so the list is something that I find a lot of people find very fascinating when they look at it and go, oh my God, I do have that, I have that. You will realize the significance that is a physical, to me, evidence of their soul being from a higher world of the Federation of Light.
Would we be in shock over the amount of people that might be star people and who they might be?
I don't think so. My perception through the research I've been involved in, meeting lots of people through the years, through workshops and seminars and stuff, and people are drawn to this. I would say about 25% of the world's population minimum are sold directly off the ships, and then there's a large group of humanity that might have come here originally. I think everybody on Earth, technically, millions and billions of years ago, were from somewhere else. It's just that there are some of us more immediately, more directly from off the ships, and we retain a little more of the energy pattern. And I think right now we're going through a major energy shift. In fact, tonight, one of the significant things, and I got some feedback from others, that being on the Lord Metatron is anchoring what's been called the platinum ray during this full moon tonight. It's actually been coming in for a while, but it's one of the many new frequencies, new cosmic frequencies hitting the planet that's never been here before, which is going to cause a major shift in the timeline, like a new timeline being created, and everybody's starting to awaken all over the planet right now. There's a huge shift. which is also exposing the cabal, waking everybody up to their mission and purpose.
Yeah, I think